Now, there are many TV viewers who'd enjoy watching sport in 3D, but there's a problem with live stereo broadcasts which needs to be tackled. Positioning graphics over live footage is tricky, and if it goes wrong, it can leave the viewer with a serious headache. Well, there's a company here that offers a solution, as Graham Bowd reports.
Creating live supers is simple enough in 2D, but when you add a third dimension, it's a whole different ballgame. Where should the caption be placed? If the action is distant, the viewer can't focus on a foreground caption at the same time. And if the caption is also distant, what happens when you cut to a close-up? Graphics company Pixel Power has a solution. Its new Brandmaster control system allows 3D graphics to be positioned live, shot by shot. It was used for the first time in US coverage of the Football World Cup. The official launch takes place here at IBC.
The big problem with 3D graphics, stereoscopic, is positioning them so they don't conflict with the action, the live action, which is coming from the cameras, at the ground, at the sports field, wherever the footage is coming from. Because if it's possible to position the graphics so they're actually mixed up in the action, but the graphics are always in front of the action because they're supered over it, and that can cause a lot of confusion from the viewer, and it can be quite upsetting to the brain to have the graphics mispositioned relative to the live action.
3D broadcasters are still finding out how viewers would like their graphics delivered. Will captions look nice floating in your living room? Should they be rigid, or would it look more natural if they bob around a little? Brandmaster provides these options, but there's common agreement that if things go wrong, the viewing experience could be awful as the brain tries to work out what on earth is going on.
If the graphics are always in the front, they're going to be very distracting against a far shot, because the eye is going to be not going to know whether to focus on the graphics, which are right in front of your nose, or to look at what's happening in the distance.
Brandmaster is currently the only stereoscopic master control switcher with integrated branding. No doubt other makers are on the case.